Morning, guys. So some interesting things have occurred I'll share with you guys. One is last night I was coming out burning stuff, and right over there right about over in there in our big pile, I stepped on a nail. Now when I say this, I don't want to make it sound worse than it actually is, okay? It did not go all the way through my foot. it was probably, I don't know, maybe like 1/4 inch. Doesn't sound like a lot, still hurt. Maybe I would say between 1/4 and half. There was a little bit of blood. It was not bleeding profusely, okay? Yes, my foot hurts. It was my right foot. Not your big toe, but the two next to it. It was kind of like on the bottom of my foot, like right about where my thumb is. Right between them, on the bottom of my foot. And you know, it does hurt. It's not terrible. I went right in and cleaned it out. Praise God, I'm up to date on my tetanus shot, so there's that. I am here because I want to show you guys my little mouse setup. Now here's the funny part. We were sitting there, Ginger and I, before we went into bed, and we heard them rustling upstairs just like one little time. And that was it. It sounded like they were moving the bait around up there. So guess what? Thought, oh, it's gonna be a long night. Didn't hear them again. Now, I'm not gonna tell you that the poison worked, because it doesn't really work that fast, but maybe it did. So let's go in there and let's see. There's the trap there. And there's nothing in there. How about that? I don't think I'd actually gotten this on film, so I do want to. Okay? This is basically the underneath of the house. Now back there where those metal pipes go to, truth be told, it's the central heat, which we're not going to be using. So all I'm going to say is thank God I got that cleaned out yesterday, before the nail incident. So this here, I only burned a little bit of this last night after my toe incident. I wasn't really feeling up to walking too much. Still not, but you know, these Crocs, like, yes, I was in Crocs, okay, but I think the Crocs actually saved me, because I don't have my boots here. Didn't bring them, didn't think I need them. And the Crocs have a thicker sole than my shoes. So I think that if I had had my shoes, it would have gone in further, which would have been a problem. We're going to be going to dinner at 4 o'clock tonight. And then we have to run to Walmart. I'm probably just going to leave one barrel back here and put another barrel out front for burning tonight. Good thing is, like I said, going to dinner at 4, that will allow us to burn when we get home. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, a lot of things going on today. I'm going to be still working on different things around here. I have to get a camera set up on the far end. That's going to be fun. But I'm going to be working on putting that camera up. Also going to be working on, you know, trying to get this stuff burned, pull out the good stuff. Like, there's good pieces of trim we're going to try to reuse. You know, trim's expensive. So I want to kind of tell you guys, like, how this works, because this is interesting. This is not just a homestead thing. This is just a OPSEC, Operation Security maneuver, and I want to share it with you guys. So the camera is going to go right up in that corner facing this way. Okay, now ideally there should be another one back on the side of this house, but there's not. I don't have 3 outdoors, so you know, it should be one over there facing this way. But there's one here, okay, one going to be there, and there's one right up on the other side of that corner facing the driveway. So think about it. This one up here is going to be facing, you know, kind of down. Okay, kind of down this way and out to the road. So if somebody were to, like, you know, climb up this mountain or whatever, they would be caught. It's a pretty wide angle lens anyway. You wouldn't think so, because they're kind of like CCTV cameras, but they are really good. I say that because when you're setting up cameras, you don't want to have any blind spots. A lot of people throw one outside, say, oh yeah, it's good. No, because I'm gonna tell you why. many years ago, when I was living at home, we had some vandals in where we lived, and it really wasn't the best neighborhood at all. But you know, we decided, oh, we'll put a camera out front. What they did was, there was an easement between the two houses, our house and our neighbors. Very small houses, are close together, and they came up through the easement and knocked it off the corner of the house. You couldn't see because there was no other camera. So after that, I realized you got to have cameras pointed at cameras all the way around so that they're watching each other. And we never had a problem again when I did that.
So future Nick here again. In the editing, you know, fruity things happen in editing, I guess. I decided to do a telehealth visit. As I mentioned, I have my tetanus shot, and it's up to date, but I did not want to get an infection. So, especially with a 12-ish hour drive home. So I did not want to get an infection. So I did do a telehealth visit, and I did get an antibiotic. And so it would be called in down there, and I'd be able to go get it. And it all worked out great. But I did just want to throw that in so that the rest of this video makes some sense when I talk about it.
A few inches later.
So just a quick lunchtime update. We'll be going to dinner, like I said, very soon here. Stop to Walmart first, and then we'll come home and burn. I made this video too because I don't know, you know, it's a little bit of walking going to dinner and going to Walmart, so I'm not sure how I'm going to feel. I would say, you know, and the doctor had asked me in the telehealth visit, well, how's your pain? Honestly, last night was the worst. I would say the pain last night was probably like a 6 out of 10. You know, 10 is like slap me with morphine and throw me in the hospital. You know, it was quite a bit, but you know, it was bearable. I handled it. This morning when I got up, it was about like a 4, and right now it's about a 2. It's not very bad. I've been kind of going in and keeping my leg propped up and stuff, so it helps. So we're gonna be doing that, and I don't know if I'm gonna make another video tonight. We'll see how things go, see what time we get back from dinner and stuff. I figured I would make this video as kind of like a closing out, although I may do a short, we'll see, depending on how long dinner is. Tomorrow, if this is a closeout video, tomorrow we are going to church in the morning. Church is not the same one we went to last week. This one's about a half hour away. In, you know, kind of like the church we went to last week is, say, kind of that way. This one is kind of over that way, best I can describe it to you. But we'll see how that goes. It's a bigger church, more of a modern church, I'll say, non-denominational. So we'll see. We're looking forward to it. With that, guys, I'm gonna let you go, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys.